Hey fellow artists, Andy here. Here's Heian Yondan instructional. Check it out. Heian Yondan instructional and Karate Nerd t-shirt. Finally, I'm hoping we have a solution to the mic scratching issues. And first of all, shout out to Jesse Enkamp, the Karate Nerd, who created the franchise and the t-shirt. Awesome t-shirt. I got 2 of these. So if that does not constitute a like from Jesse, I don't know what does. All right. So Heian Yondan. Just like in Heian Nidan, we want to drop our weight first to find proper kokuchi touch. Always go find your level and then move your feet. And in the beginning, the hands will stay fisted and stationary. And then we start to bring them up, open them, and I'll do a little bit of a kime there. And for that movement, it should last something like 3 to even 7 seconds, depending on how you feel, I would say. Maybe your school has a rule for that. Mine doesn't. It's just slow show of focus. And then, I know some schools do really harsh drop of the hands. For me, it is a wind kata. It's an air kind of flowy thing. So I like to also embody that in my interpretation of the kata. So when I'm up here, it just starts with a fast breeze that just slows down and moves up for the small kime again. Always being mindful that you have vertical hand, horizontal and vertical hands up here also. Now, moving into the next step, we want to have high fists. We don't want to have low fists. We want to have fists high up. So that when we go down for the juji uke, it's really downward motion, not a forward motion. Up here, down there. Strong zenguchi touch, moving directly forward for the morote uke, kokuchi touch. Next, we move our weight on the front foot, meanwhile grabbing a firm goshi kamae there. So too often I see a very weak goshi kamae. I want to have it firm. So from the morote uke, we go here. Prepare for the yokogeri and uraken combination. Again, keeping your hikite strong. Bring the foot in, and I like this image of a cat testing if the water puddle is cold. So bringing your foot in like a cat testing water. You come in very controlled, posture, open the hand and bring your empi in there and have it sort of a boxed shape. It needs to go in there. You can't do it like this. You need to do it this way. All right, so next we bring in the supporting leg below our center of gravity. Again, another firm hikite there, koshi kamae. Bringing the foot from floor level up for the kick and uraken. Returning the foot, again, very controlled posture and bringing it firm to an empi. It's a 1-2 motion, but it's one single action. We go 1, 2. So for a gedan shutobarai and age shutoke in that direction, and in the same direction, throwing with the elbow, we change hands and stance. The stance direction comes directly into kamisa, and be careful of not overturning your foot. You want to have that facing your opponent at this point. Having it to open wide will make your maegeri really like wishy-washy. You want to have it firm and stable kick. So bringing a Yoda maegeri, I'm bringing the front hand out of the way of the osai-uke. Meanwhile, bringing it up, preparing for the uraken and kosedachi. Let's not go into more detail of the kosadachi, but I'm seeing a lot of sloppy kosadachis these days. I think I need to make another instructional of how I see the kosadachi being solid, good stance. Something you can like spend an hour in. All right, so we had the uraken kiai point. Turning around, working with an opponent in a 45-degree angle, but stepping in very, very much out of him. So some schools I know they move more in the let's say 20-degree angle. I like to keep it almost parallel here. We're working in that direction. From hikite we go for a jujiuke and a yora maegeri when your hands being stationary, and as you come down it becomes a kizamizuki. Or probably it should be called an oizuki because we are moving forward with the fist. And then a gyakuzuki immediately followed that. Let's show it in a normal speed in that direction. We bring in both hands in the hikite and then do the kakiwake and maegeri and 2 punches. The next part, I prefer to be fast, so I'm moving my hands for the koshikamai to bring it into moroteuke, and the foot very slight pulling in so that I can find new direction for it. I'm not pulling the foot completely in to go in the new direction, almost like pulling it straight in there, not quite. So we were in gyakuzuki. Here into morote kokuchirachi. Do another morote kokuchirachi. We do a third one. Nothing noteworthy there. And then here we grab by the ears. So the kokuchirachi stance becomes a front-loaded stance. I'm not moving my foot to make it a full-blown zenguchirachi. I'm just moving from the moroteuke in to grab the ears. Once I got the ears, I'll bring in a hizageri and kiai point again. So here, morote, we grab the ears, we bring a kiai, hizageri, and a shutoke. And then finish the kata with the final shutoke and bring it in. And naore is what concludes our Heian Yondan instructional. Thank you for your focus. Stay safe, keep training, and I'll see you on the next one.